Lakers in a full panic game, we will call it. They survive in Memphis. We talked about in the pregame show, the Grizzlies listed 13 players out, almost all their best players. So they played a lot of guys that are kind of fighting for spots, trying to stay in this league. G.G. Jackson, Scottie Pippen Jr. They had 4 guys go for over 20 points. They hit 17 threes and almost stole this game from the Lakers. You heard Stu talking about it at the end, called it disappointing, but you'll take it. Big game with 1 game remaining. The Lakers will take it, but it was not pretty and it was close. But LeBron came through in the end down the stretch.
Yeah, you don't have a choice but to take it. It was ugly and something that we didn't expect with 13 players out. You expect to go in, dominate in the paint, let AD dominate like we talked about. Unfortunately, these guys aren't scrubs. You know, just because you got 13 guys out, these guys were drafted into the NBA and they've just been rubbing their hands, waiting for an opportunity like this. You see Scottie Pippen Jr. Get an opportunity, and you know all these other guys that we don't know of. Those are tough. They're tough games to play, but you got to take care of business early. You can't be turning the ball over like the Lakers did. You know, it was just an ugly win. Flush it down the toilet and move on to the next one.
The unofficial number that I have, 19 turnovers for 26 points.
But if I told you to close your eyes and say the Lakers are playing the Memphis, like you said, 13 people out. One guy scores 28. One guy scores 31. One guy scores 28. One guy scores 22. You would definitely say that's the Lakers lineup.
Yeah.
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
It was the Memphis. And I said this at the beginning of the show. Respect and come out and have a little professionalism. There was no respect for this Memphis Grizzlies team. They didn't come out like true pros, and they didn't handle their business. They came out like they were playing it direct, had a lot of careless turnovers, and not taking advantage of the opportunities. I guarantee you, and this is, you know, this is one of the things that upsets me about the Lakers sometimes. When AD has the advantage, go to AD. He's the most selfless person on this team, and you don't use him properly. And so you got to just use what you have. Take advantage of the opportunities.
AD went 11 for 22. He shot 6 threes tonight.
You know, for me, this is what you're supposed to do. And this is all supposed to be. They're supposed to have these numbers by the end of the 3rd quarter. So you could have Jackson Hayes, you could have Christie, you got all these guys getting these minutes. And for me, it's when you don't take teams seriously, you're going to get your numbers, but the other team going to get their numbers too. And that's what you do not want in a game like this, because this is a gotcha game.
Big game. What did you see from AD tonight in terms of the way he attacked, you know, coming off that injury? And, you know, the eye, at least for us, we're thinking about that if he gets hit again. We know it's been a pretty dangerous situation for him. He had 13 in the 1st quarter to kind of set the tone, and he ends up with 36.
Yeah, it looked like, it wasn't affecting him at all. You know, sometimes, as I mentioned in the pregame, when you get hit in the eye or near the eye, when you get in traffic, sometimes you defer or you'll pull up and shoot a jumper instead of embracing the contact. It didn't look like he was trying to avoid anything tonight. He was going to the cup. Looked like he recovered fairly well and just didn't get enough of it. My first 12 plays would have been post up, post up, post up, post up, and make them double, work out of that. But, you know,
what did you see from
2024?
I saw AD being aggressive. When I say for him to shoot 6 threes, you know he's being aggressive. And he's trying. I think he probably did that to check out the depth perception with his eyes or whatnot. But I just like the way he was moving. I like where he was being aggressive, trying to block shots. He had a couple of moments there were scary where he was coming over to help. And that shows you that he had no hesitation. Because most of the time when someone has been hit that many times and you see a crowd, you kind of stay away from the crowd because arms get to flaring, hands go places they're not supposed to. And so, but AD, he didn't step down from the moment.
Yeah.
He handled the moment, and I was happy that he was being very aggressive.
LeBron told Mike Trudell that he is not scoreboard watching because there's really nothing they can do about it. He left that to us because I have been scoreboard watching because I think we all know the Lakers absolutely had to win this game, but they also need help from others. And right now the Warriors are, up 7 in the 2nd quarter against New Orleans, and the game, the Kings and Suns are just underway. So, we'll know later, what's happening there, but the Lakers did need to win that game.